Alright, what's going on, guys? JfrikinC here. We're playing this game. I really don't know anything about it. I don't know why I even bought it, honestly. But I felt like playing something different. So here it is. Something new, something different. I think it's called 3/4 Home. And let's go ahead and hop right in and see how it goes. Start from the top. Yep. Choose a story. Main game. So she found a guitar pick on the side of the road. So this is like one of the more artsy games I can tell already. This is not really my style of game so far, but let's see how it goes. I think it'll be cool. I have high hopes. Drive. RT. Okay. Oh, okay. Hello? Music? Yeah, let's turn on the music. I have no idea what's going on. So, hello? Mom? Oh no, Mom's saying, Kelly, where are you? Where are you? No. I'm driving. On my way home. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I get to decide what to say. I'm driving. I'm on my way home. Let's say that. From where? Where did you go? I just took a drive around. I just took a drive. In this weather? Why? I needed some time alone. I needed to clear my head. I just felt like it. I'll say I just felt like it. Oh, my bad. Stay going. I just felt like it. Christ, Kelly, you could have told someone you were heading out. Sorry, I'll let you guys know next time. Or that would defeat the point of it, wouldn't it? I'll let you guys know next time. You better. I was worried sick for a minute there. Like I said, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I know you're used to living on your own, but now that you're back home, you have to let us know you're going to be gone. That's fair. See, I knew you were sensible. So where are you at? The McCarthy's field, I think. Way out by the power station? Yeah, there's the power station in the background, so yeah. I can see it from here. You're a good 20 miles out then. You okay on gas? I got a half a tank. So the gas light's on. Let's say full tank. I don't know how much we have, but that's what we're gonna say. You must not have been driving this whole time then. I wasn't. Okay, mystery girl. Did your dad fill it up for you yesterday? I don't know. Did he? My bad. Hang on. Okay. Go ahead. Must have on the way to the liquor store. I suspect. Make sure you thank him this time. Alright? Sure thing. What were you thinking driving in this weather anyway? It seemed fine when I left. How long ago did you leave? The clouds rolled in hours ago. I'll say this morning. It must have been early. Your dad didn't even hear you leave, and he was up by 5, I'm sure. He was out in the garden when I left. In that damn garden. Oh, him in that damn garden. He wakes up every day and still got a job to go to and just spends the day elbow deep in the dirt instead. But he can't grow a damn thing. God bless his heart. I heard he had a few tomatoes. Give him a break, Mom. We'll say give him a break. Far be it from me to say anything to him about it, especially with the way he hovers over those tomatoes like they were his children. He's proud of those tomatoes. Has he named them? I'll say that. Might as well have. He's out there right now covering them up with a tarp. He said they had to protect them from the storm. Why? Hell if I know. I've never heard of protecting a plant from the rain. That's weird. You're telling me. It'll be a miracle if he doesn't fall flat on his ass trying to walk out in the mud in those crutches. How's his leg today? Take a picture if he falls. There we go. Oh, Kelly, that's evil of you. I will. How was his leg doing anyways? Said it was hurting him earlier, before the storms hit. Not bad. Just a second. I'll check the trash. Okay. 5 beers bad? Don't police him, Mom. What? I'm worried about him. If he's had more than a couple, the pain must be really bad. I don't understand it, really. How someone's leg can hurt when there's no leg there. But I'm no doctor. It's called phantom pain. I know what it's called. I've been to all the appointments with him out in Omaha. Has he been lately? No. It's your father we're talking about. He's as stubborn as you are. What is it he said the last time I asked? They can't grow it back. What's the point of getting poked at again? Sounds like him. Or he needs to keep up with his appointments, Mom. Let's be the caring daughter. You tell him that. He stopped listening to me about it a while ago. I will. Maybe he'll actually listen to you. He's been better since you came home, you know? His spirits have picked up. What's different about today? Or, I'm glad something's good came out of all this. What's different about today? Probably the weather. We haven't had a storm like this all year, so I think it just hit him hard. Does he ever talk about it? What, the accident or the pain? The accident. No. We don't talk about it. One of his coworkers came by to visit last week, and your dad wouldn't even come downstairs to talk to him. That's weird. Or, he should talk to someone about it. His doctor told him he should see a therapist, that he might have PTSD. You can imagine how well that went over with your dad. Not great. His pride's been hurt enough. He isn't going to see a therapist. Could really help him. Believe me, I know. You'd think with how many times we've had to take Ben to see him, he'd come down off his high horse. Not so. There's no talking him into it. You can try. By the way, how'd your interview go? The one your dad set up for you? It went okay, I guess. Just okay? No, it went well. Or bad, actually. Or I don't know what to think about it. I'm positive. It went well. Excellent. Think you got the job then? For better or worse, yeah. They haven't offered me the spot, I'll say that. I'm not surprised. You've always been good at interviews. I think it was Dad's doing. He did say that he put in a good word for you. Plus, with what happened, he probably felt like they owed him something. Maybe. If that's the case, they should work on getting his disability approved. It's been processing for weeks now. You think they'll approve it? Lord, I hope so. Our savings is running dry quick. I can help out. So you're going to take the job? I think so. That's a relief. Just keep in mind that all of this is just temporary, okay? I will. I could tell you don't believe it, but it really is. All of this will pass. Promise? As much as I can? Yes, I promise. I'm not going to let you rot in this town like I did. Why not leave? Ha! Your father will never leave this town. His whole family's buried just 2 miles up the highway. Goes back 7 generations. Doesn't mean you can't leave. Or, there's something to be said about having roots. I'll say that. There is. There really is. But I know that you hate it here. It's why you left in the first place. You're right. No, it's not. I'll say that. Oh, is that so? Then what was it? What made you leave the second you graduated high school? It was just for school, Mom. Would you take it back? Leaving, I mean? No. Good. Even if some awful things happened, you need to get out of there, out of here. Now, where did your father get to? I thought I heard him come in. How would I know? Just a second. I'm gonna go look for him. Okay. David. Hello. David. Mom. Why are you yelling? I'm looking for your dad. Have you seen him? He's upstairs. He was covered in mud. Are you mad at him? No, honey, I'm not mad at him. What's he doing up there? Are you mad because he got mud on the carpet? He what? Oh, Jesus. What was he thinking? You only say that when you're mad. He's taking a shower. Okay. You're right. I'm mad now. But not at you. Good. I didn't get mud in the floor. If I got mud on the floor, would you be mad at me? That depends. Don't do it and we won't have to find out. I wasn't going to. Who are you talking to? Your sister. Do you want to talk to her? No. There's a tornado watch. I'm going to watch the news. Are you sure? Yes. Someone needs to watch the news, just in case. Where is Kelly? She should be somewhere with the basement. Is she somewhere with the basement? She's on her way home. Tell her she should drive fast, but not too fast. Getting in a car wreck would be bad, too. Not as bad as a tornado, but still very bad. Why don't you tell her? I'm gonna go watch the news. Someone needs to watch the news. If you say so, Ben. Keep me updated. Did you catch all that? Yeah. Ben's still yelling at me to tell you to drive faster. But not too fast. Your dad tracked mud all the way up the stairs. Christ almighty. I'm not cleaning this up. He can do it himself. It could sit in if you wait. I'll let you clean it then. I think Dad's got it. So how's Ben doing? Oh, you know how he gets when it storms. He's been talking about how it wasn't in the forecast. When he hasn't been locked up in his room, I mean. What's he doing in there? See? Could have known about what? Okay, let's say, what's he doing up there? Writing, I think. That's all he seems to do lately. You sure that's all he's doing? Or, we'll say, what was he writing? Oh, I don't know. He never lets me read any of it. But it's been good for him. He's been focusing like I haven't seen him in a long time. Usually he'll focus on something really intensely for a little bit. But he gets frustrated so easily, gets so aimless. Like with the guitar. He was so into it when you left here, or when you lived here. But once you were gone, he just stopped caring about pretty much everything. He's not playing anymore? No, he stopped maybe a month after you left for school. He didn't really have anything to focus on after that. It was even worse after we pulled him out of school until he picked up writing last winter. It's been a blessing. Wow, how did I not know that? Guess you didn't ask, or haven't really paid that much attention. I found this guitar pick. Yeah? I was gonna give it to him. You can still try. I just sort of figured he'd still be into it. You were really out of touch here for a while. Kelly, months without calling will do that. I didn't realize. Wait, here's your father. David, what the hell were you doing out there? I told you I was covering my tomatoes. The storm's a bad one. I didn't want them to get beat up. I have never heard of anyone doing that, David. Well, Noah, Nora, just because you haven't heard of it doesn't mean that it's not a smart thing to do. He tracked mud all over the carpet, too. Look at that. God damn it, I'll clean it up. I'm sorry. Dad, you said a bad word. Mom, he's not allowed to say that. If I'm not allowed to say it, he's not allowed to say it. Sorry, bud. You're right. I'll put $1 in the jar. That's $27. I get to buy a game when it's $50. That's what you said. That's the deal. Sometimes I wonder if you do that on purpose. I'll never tell who's on the phone. It's your daughter. That's so. Where is the girl? Here, you talk to her. I'm done playing go-between. Don't you want me to clean this up? Just take the phone. Yes, darling. Oh, shut up. Miss Kelly. Hey, Dad. Where the hell are you? Out by the wind farms. Shit. That's a good 15 miles out. Miles out in the middle of nowhere. What are you doing out there? $28. Good one, Dad. Whoops, that one wasn't on purpose. Uh-huh. You do it on purpose? Shh, don't tell your mother. The secret's safe with me. I knew I could rely on you, baby girl. Sure thing, Daddy. So what are you doing way out there? I went to the old barn. My parents' place? Yeah. How'd it look? I haven't been out there since the accident. Still standing. Won't be surprised if the storm knocks it down. Place was leaning half over last time I saw it. It might. I don't want to see it like that. Like what? All falling down. It's the last link I have to my parents, you know? I don't want to. I don't want to remember it like that. Not on the ground. That's deep for you. What can I say? The storm has me feeling real deep. Oh shit. This damn leg. Ben, you hear that time? No, ma'am. I better watch it though. He's in one of his moods. From the storm? That and everything else that's been going on. You know how irritable he gets when he's wound up. You should probably tread lightly. Is he still seeing Dr. Patterson? Oh no. There was what did he call it? An incident. Oh no. Yeah, apparently. And this is according to Ben. Dr. Patterson was talking to him like he was crazy and dumb. So Ben, lashed out. He hit him? No. He sent a letter. A letter? Yeah, to the Department of Health and Human Services. He did. He sure did. Wrote that Dr. Patterson was unfit for his career and should have his physician's license revoked. Oh my God. Needless to say, we decided to find Ben a new specialist. So probably pretty smart. We found him a new one out in Omaha. But that's a 4-hour road trip and your mom just hasn't had the time for it. Why can't you take him? Lost my driving leg, remember? Use the other leg. You ever tried driving to use your left foot? Can't be that hard. I'll let you try it first. This damn leg. It heard us talking about it, and it's pissed. Are you talking anything for it? No pain meds. Oh, are you taking anything for it? No pain meds. Was something else? Maybe a drink now and then. Just now and then? Maybe a little more often than that. I'm not judging you. Good, because I'm not listening if you are. We can't afford the prescriptions and nothing else helps. Have you tried seeing anyone? What, like shrinks? Shit, no. Why not? Can you imagine me talking to a psychiatrist? No, I guess not. Even if I wanted to, we couldn't afford it. Hell, we probably couldn't afford to take Ben to a new therapist, truth be told. You make it sound like he's doing all right. By all appearances, he is, but I can see it in his eyes. Or at least I think I can. It's like when you shine a flashlight at a rabbit and its eyes open up real wide. And for a split second, you can tell it doesn't know where it is or what the hell is going to do. It looks terrified, lost. I see that in his eyes. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. The storm just has me out of sorts. Listen, this isn't the time for this conversation. Not while you're out in it and need to keep focus on the road. We'll talk about this later. Okay. So, what are you up to out at my parents' place? Thinking. What about? The future. What about it? The job. Oh yeah? You gonna go after it? I think so. You're gonna hate it there. What? I raised you, kiddo. I know you'll suffocate there. It won't be a permanent thing. Or I'll manage. We'll see about that. You don't think I can? It's not a matter of can or can't, Kelly. It's a matter of whether you'll want to stomach the place for very long. I don't think you will. Maybe I'll prove you wrong. Maybe you will. You've proven me wrong before. Someone has to help out with the money. Or you're probably right, I'll say that. You'll find something else, I know you will. In the meantime, I just hope that my disability goes through. How is the process going? That effing disability. Yes, Ben, I know, that's $5. What? The way I see it, I'll go through what it goes through. It's out of my hands now. What about a lawyer? It's your call. Let's see. I guess it's your call. I'm glad you get that. I swear. The only time I'm not getting hounded about this is when I'm out with my plants. About those plants. What about them? What were you doing out there in the rain? I was covering up the tomatoes. That's weird, Dad. I'll keep them protected. From water? No, Kelly, not from water. From if it floods. We'd have a whole mess of other problems. So what from then? A storm like this? We could get some nasty wind and hail. Take the tomatoes right off the vine or bruise them up. That happens. Next thing you know, they're right off the vine. I guess that makes sense. See? Always doubting your old man. I may be a bit of a fool, but there's a process to it all. If you say so, Dad. Doubt all you want, it's the truth. Oh hey, Ben. The meteorologist said that there have been funnel cloud sightings in the country. Or in the county. Kelly needs to get home. Is she driving fast enough? Why don't you ask her? I need to keep watching. Tell her she should drive faster. You got it, bud. Ben's getting worried. Are you making good time? I think so. I'm by the high school. Just got a ways to go. Then, don't be reckless, but you ought to beat the cheeks. Storms could get nasty. I'm booking it. As long as you're being safe. So what happens to the school? What about it? Since when did it have a second story? A couple years back, I guess. It looks completely different. It's mostly empty. From what I hear, there's nowhere near enough kids to fill up all the classrooms. Why did they do that? Because they could. The district got some sort of grant from the state. The wrestling team won a couple of big championships. So I guess our little corner is starting to get some attention. It seems pointless. It was. That reminds me, did you ever get back with your pal from high school? Eric or something, wasn't it? I wasn't planning to. Why not? You two were joined at the hit back then. I haven't seen him in 5 years. And? I'm scared to, honestly. Scared to? What the hell is there to be scared about? What he'll think? What makes you think he'd have something bad to think about you? Oh, I left? No, I'll say I came back. So shouldn't he be glad to see you? I said I would. Fortune's changed, he'll get it. Always seemed to have his head on straight. I don't. ... Never mind, you're right. That's what it's like to hear. It's refreshing hearing those words. She said you were right, didn't she? She did, and I am. Uh-huh. Oh, don't give me that look. What look? That one. The one right there. David, you're imagining things. Why are you fighting? We're not. I was just going into the living room to watch the news. Come on. Okay, they're showing funnel clouds a few miles. Kelly, you know the look I'm talking about, don't you? That glare you do. You do it too, you know. I know it. See, I'm not crazy about what we're talking about earlier. Or not crazy, maybe a bit drunk. I thought we were done with that. I didn't mean. Are those the tornado sirens? I can hear them too. The tornado is showing it on the news. Okay, Ben, you know the drill. Downstairs. I want to watch it on the news. Benjamin, now. Most tornadoes only stay on the ground for a few minutes and travel less than 10 miles. This one is 12 miles away. Ben, now. Hey, I'm gonna let you go, okay? You guys get downstairs. Your mom is basically carrying Ben down the stairs. I'm heading down now. Okay, you guys be safe. We will. I'll see. Don't you dare let her off that phone, David. She needs to pay attention to the road, Nora. I'm hanging up. Like hell you are. You keep her on that goddamn phone. I'm listening to her getting sucked up into a tornado before I have to sit around and just worry about it. There would be so much debris that her phone would be destroyed before you could hear her get sucked into the tornado. Also, you have to put $2 in the jar. She could get in a wreck, especially with this wind. You would probably be able to hear her get into a wreck unless the phone got thrown from the car if it was crushed. Okay, bud, enough of that. You're gonna give your mother a heart attack. Ask her if she can see anything. Christ, Nora. Here, you ask her. Talk to your mother, Kelly. Okay. Kelly, can you see anything out there? You mean a tornado? No, Kelly, I'm wondering if you can see any corn. Plenty of corn. Now's not the time, Kelly. Sorry. The tornado was east of here. If Kelly went to Grandpa's house, she's northwest of here. She wouldn't see a tornado unless there was another one, which is very possible. I just wanted to make sure, Ben. If Kelly gets sucked up in a tornado or gets in a car wreck, can I have her computer? Benjamin. She won't need it. If she's not using it, no one will be. It wouldn't be fair if I couldn't have it. Okay, bud, I think that's fair. If Kelly gets sucked into a tornado, I'm sure she'd be okay with letting you have her computer. What about her room? Please, Ben, that's enough. I'll tell you what, we'll leave her room on the table. You never know. We could get some damage here, and her room might have a giant hole in the ceiling. If I were you, I'd wait and see on that investment. Alright, that's a good point. That's a good point. Your brother sometimes, God bless him. Let him talk, or let me talk to him. You sure about that? Yeah. Okay, you asked for it. Ben here. Talk to your sister. I don't want to. You can ask her about her computer. Let me have that phone. Dad says I can have your computer if you crash or get sucked into a tornado. Hello, Benji. Don't call me that. You know I hate when you call me that. My name isn't Benji, it's Ben. Sorry, I forgot. Don't do it again. I won't, I promise. You said that last time. I probably did. No, you definitely did. I remember. It was 2 weeks ago. You called me Benji, and I told you not to call me that. And you promised that you wouldn't. Okay, I definitely did. Mom and Dad are arguing in the corner. They don't think I can hear them. What are they arguing about? Mom thinks we should be in the storage room on the east side of the house because she says it's further underground. Isn't it? No. One of the walls is only halfway covered. She's also afraid that the water heater in here could explode. If that happens, we'd be killed even if we were in another room. We'd burn to death. So you guys are in the safest room? No. Oh, wait. We are at least likely to be killed by a tornado if we are in this room. But there is no guarantee in either room. Tornadoes and debris are unpredictable. Sounds like you've thought this out. It's just common sense. Are you scared? Yes. I could tell. How? You're not even here. I'm your sister. I don't understand what that has to do with it. Call it intuition. I must have given you some kind of a clue. Intuition is just deductive reasoning that people don't realize they're doing. That's what what it was. Okay. I really don't feel right. Anything I can do to help? How? We could just talk. What about? How are you doing? Really? Or you've been writing a lot? Yeah. Yes. Do you want to read me one of your stories? Like how we used to tell stories to each other? All of my stories are upstairs. It would be dangerous to go upstairs during a tornado warning. I didn't think about that. I wrote one today. I could tell it to you. You remember the whole thing? Yes, I have an excellent memory. That's right. Are you all ready? Wait, what is it called? Alright, I'm ready. A village sat in a wide valley cut high in the mountains. There's a place of plenty, a gash of green in the otherwise cold state rising above on all sides. Those living in the village call this place View, though those who lived higher in the mountains, mining for precious giants of yellow and blue, called it the Trough. Those in the valley treated this name as an insult, for they thought it was a name unfit for their fair village. The people of View, or the Trough, had lived there for centuries. They were mostly farmers, though a fair number of merchants made a home in the valley for most of the year, save for the month when they would venture upward into the mining towns to sell the harvest bounty at a premium. They would return home with bags filled with chips of yellow and blue tied to their fine leather belts, clinking brightly with their wealth. The next year, they would trade half of their shining flints to the farmers for a share of the harvest that they would in turn chart up to the mining villages yet again. Food followed up and outward from the valley, and the yellow and blue would trickle down, gathering into the valley like a collection basin. This continued for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. Dozens of generations of farmers, fathers, and merchants' sons were born, grew wealthier, and were buried beneath the plush pasture of the valley, until the beast descended. The mining folk in the higher reaches of the mountains passed tales of the beast around as long as their history stretched. At the highest peak of the northmost mountain, they said, lived the beast. It watched in all directions through slit eyes, biding its time until it would enact a calamity. It was a nightmare of immense and terrible power. The miners would whisper, a thing of abject cruelty. But it was also a patient creature. It waited until it felt ready to unleash such cruelty and malice that its ravenous hunger would would be sated. Some believed it wouldn't until enough infants cried out with newborn wails to descend from its perch and devour each and every last babe. Others believed it would simply waiting until an age of plenty before cascading down an era of sickness and madness, of fire and char and blood upon all those it peered upon from the mountaintop. And one day, after hundreds of generations of farmers and traders had lived and died in the valley, it appeared in view. The beasts had risen in the trough. It appeared without warning, with neither sound nor fury. It was simply there. Curled atop four legs, steaming breath rising from the black maw, leathery wings folded in on its husking shape, it towered over the center of the village, ominously silent. It did not move. It did not even seem to be living, save for the seeping steam billowing from its slicked snout. The village warriors were called to arms, the ceremonial horn echoing off the walls of the valley, aching towards a pregnant silence. After a moment stretched thin, they rushed towards the beast, their spears angled at its massive form. The rest of the village watched from the safety of an embroidered drapery as the spear silently splintered against the beast's hide. The honed blades shattered like glass. The warriors fell to the earth, crying out while their arms, as splintered as their spears, hung lifeless from their sides. The beast did not stir. The village warrior were buried the next morning, having perished during the night. Those who tended to their wounds would later claim their eyes turned black, as if the light were leached from them. The people of Yu, or the Trough, gathered to discuss what was to be done. The beast slumbered, but for how long? Why did it sleep? And perhaps most worrying of all, how did it arrive in the valley? Not a soul had seen its arrival, and it was almost as if the thing had simply materialized in the center of the village, or some purposed it had emerged from the earth itself. Proposed, that was not purposed, sorry. But if that were the case, how had the soil, their valuable, rich, rare earth, the source of their plenty and their affluence, birthed such a terrible creature? Some were quick to suggest leaving the valley. We could ascend into the alcoves in the mountains, the merchants said. With no one to tend the fields, how would we eat? The farmers countered. The villagers decided to stay in their valley. The creature slept, and the creature breathed. With each breath, its skin rolled, animating the thorny black scales into a rolling obsidian brayer. But it did not rouse. It did not move. It did not rain terror from the skies, nor did it consume children by the score. It slept. The people of Yu sent an envoy to appeal to the miners in the mountain for help. The mountain folk scoffed at the villagers in their plush furs and gold adornments. "Why should we help you?" they asked. "The beast has come to you, not to us, but perhaps we can be convinced." The envoy returned to the village with the miners' demands. They would continue their trade, and perhaps one day the miners would come to their aid. The farmers continued to tend their land. The merchants made their yearly trek up the treacherous trails to collect what little chips of wealth the miners had collected in the exchange for the farmers' yield. Year after year, however, there seemed to be a little less harvest, a little less yellow and blue passed around in the snowy alcoves carved from the unforgiving rock, a little less green in the valley, a little less light. This continued for 20 years, until the day it began to rain. The people of Yu, or the Trough, watched the clouds roll in, not from the south, whence the clouds usually arrived, laden with water from faraway seas, but from the north, where there was but ice and stone and mountain. The rain draped the valley in a dampness that did not relent, but instead crept into every corner. The mountains themselves seemed to sweat and pour water into the valley. The water carried with it a quiet rot. The first harvest, after the rains began, produced a meager crop, and what little could be gathered from was black with mold before the merchants had a chance to trade for their yellow and blue. Their livestock fared no better. The animals began developing weeping sores that became infected and killed with a quick fever. That winter, the people of the Trough or View watched one another waste away as they began to starve. The envoy was sent back into the mountains to beg for help once again, but found the mines deserted. The people of View were truly on their own. The next harvest was worse. Even every last crop had turned mealy and infested before midsummer. By the end of the season, the last of their livestock were dead. The people of the Trough watched one another descend into a state of hungry madness, devouring the rotting wood, slouching from their homes in slimy heaps, and their fine leather belts that once held yellow and blue, now sprouting spores of black mold. The village and its residents were rotting away. The beast slept. As the rain from the north continued into the third year, the few remaining people in the Trough began to prophesize about the beast. If it had come, brought with it great devastation, they could agree. It had brought the rains from the north, and it had brought a rot to the village that would not relent. Squatting in what little remains of their crumbling homes, they dreamt of the day that the beast would be satisfied, when it would wake and leave their valley and allow them to farm the land. They dreamt of a day that the miners would return, bring with them their precious bits of wealth. The time will come, they said, when the beast will wake from its slumber and spread its wings, reaching from one end of the valley into the other, and with one beat of those mighty wings it ascend aloft a squall. Look at that thing in the sky. Is that supposed to be the beast, or is that just a bird? And then when will lift away our rot? The villagers waited for this day to come. A generation came and went, born into the rain and long rotten into the moldy dirt. The few survivors had long abandoned hope that the beast would return to its mountain perch. It was perpetual, a manifestation of their loss. The beast slept until it did not. The day the beast awoke, the villagers celebrated. They watched it stretch its long, horrible form into shape, hide shuddering as it shook like decades of rain from the thorny scales. They sang to the beast as it stood uncertainly and reared on its haunches, unfolding the scarred leather wings from one end of the valley to the other. The time of the beast's departure had finally arrived. The time had come for the cleansing wind. The beast beat its wings, emitting a tired and ugly groan as it lifted from the sodden earth. With a final sigh, it shot high into the air, ascending a great gust of wind through the valley that topped what dismal dwellings remained haphazardly standing. The valleys was wiped clean. The village was knocked from their feet by the rush of the wind. As they struggled upright, they felt the sun on their skin for the first time. They rejoiced, their pale forms dancing in a pitiful display of frailty. They could return to the ways of their ancestors. They could know plenty. They planted their first crop before the grass had even greened, with a newfound acuity for the hunger pains that plagued them constantly. But the grass did not wax green, and the crops did not grow. The decades of rain from the north had left the earth poisoned. There was no going back. They wept, convinced that they were doomed by their ancestors' actions, that the beast had punished them for some forgotten guilt. Their rot had been lifted. In its place, sterility. I don't know how to say that word. The sun shone, but it was upon a new land, a land turned into jagged, unforgiving slate, where perhaps bits of yellow and blue could be scavenged if one dug deeply enough to find a petrified leather belt. That's the end. You remembered all of that? I don't have it with me to read. I obviously remembered it. Did you like it? I did. I'll print you a copy. What were you doing at Grandpa's house today? Just visiting. But there's no one there to visit. I just wanted to see it. Why didn't you ask if I wanted to go? You were still asleep. You could have woken me up. Did you want to go? Not really. Did you find anything there? Something for you, actually. What is it? A guitar pick. Why would I want a guitar pick? It's really old. Lots of things are old. I don't really care. We could play together. I don't want to. Why not? We used to. That was before. Now I don't care about guitar. Oh. You can keep the guitar pick. I don't want it. Oh, I will. Are you crying? I'm just sad. Is it because that Jesse person kicked you out of your house? Ben, I don't. Or is it because you had to move back home since you couldn't find a job? Mom and Dad are worried about both those things. They think you are sad because of them. Ben. Okay, Ben, give me the phone. Kelly's crying and I want to know why. I know, honey, but let me talk to her, please. Come here, bud. Help me wind up this radio so we can listen to the weather report. Did I do something wrong? Did I do something wrong, Kelly? No, you're fine. Go help Dad. Okay, I'm sorry you're sad. Hey, Kelly, are you okay? I'm fine. I don't believe you. I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm fine, really. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, are you close to home? I can't tell. It got really dark. I can't believe the sirens are still going off. This might be the longest tornado warning we've ever had. They're saying 2 more have touched down in the county. Wow, that's a lot. Listen, when you get home, We'll all sit down and have a talk. I think we need it. Okay. You really can't tell where you are? 5 miles out, maybe? Okay, make sure you, What's that noise? Kelly, I'm gonna have to let you go. I hope they didn't get sucked into a tornado. Mom? And you're breaking up. Owen, Ben, Mom. Kelly, Mom? Shit. Are we home? I hope we're home and safe. This is like making my eyes hurt. Ow. If I let go of the right trigger, will it stop? Nope. Jesus Christ, those bright flashes. Bro, I haven't talked this much in a long time. That was a lot of reading so far. Ugh. Oh. Writing and Design by Zach Sanford. So I guess that's the end of the game. That was very interesting. I kind of liked it. Kind of glad I got to experience something different. It's pretty fun. It wasn't very long, but it was fun. And that story was creepy. The one with the beast was awesome. Continued to epilogue. I guess. Why not? Minnesota. Let's call Mom. Let's see what she has to say. Or if she even answers. She might not. Hello? Oh, I can walk. Hey, Mom, it's me. Me? Who is me? Can't be Kelly, she never calls. Trying to be funny, Mom? It hasn't been that long, let's say that. I seem to remember the last time you called was in August. That's not true. Tell me, when have you called since then? So you admit it to me then? I bet you feel clever. I sure do. Huh? What made you finally decide to call? I don't know, I just wanted to. That has to be a first. I'm serious, I just wanted to talk. I believe you. It's just a surprise is all. Are you outside? Sounds like you're out in the wind tunnel. Yeah, I'm waiting for my bus. Your brother told me... Oh, hey. Your brother told me that you guys were going to be getting a snowstorm. You be standing around in that? I'm used to it. I don't think I ever could. But why are you waiting for a bus? You got the car fixed, didn't you? I did, but the roads are pretty bad. And taking the bus is better? Ow. I'd rather be I'd rather do that than drive it in. And it made sense earlier, I'll say that. I don't see how it could. How much longer are you stuck waiting for it? It should be here by now. What's keeping it? The roads? That's my guess. Which bus are you waiting for? It's the 404. Could you take another one? You could warm up, maybe get a little bit closer to wherever you're going. That's not how the buses work, Mom. And how would I know that? I'm just trying to help. I didn't say that it was a bad advice. Oops. That's sweet of you, trying to make me feel better. It's a start, but you'll have 3 months of unreturned calls to make up for it. Don't forget. How many times do I have to say I'm sorry? Oh, I don't know. Until I'm tired of hearing it? Great. I might let you off the hook if you can explain yourself. I haven't been able to find the time. Really? Not even a couple of minutes every now and then? It really has been that crazy. I wasn't there. Yeah, we'll say that. I have trouble believing that, but fine. I'll let it go. What's been taking up so much of your time? Work? Oh, I didn't even get on the bus. What the hell? That's part of it. Still at the same place? The coffee shop? Yeah. Are you still liking it there? It's alright, I guess. Just alright. Come on now. It's a job, and you don't hate it. It's better than I could say. What's wrong with your job? Wrestling filthy farm dogs to give them a bath when they're just going to run around in the muck as soon as they get home? It's not exactly fulfilling work, Kelly. But, I mean, it's fun, isn't it? Fun? Sure, sometimes. But a job is a job. It pays the bills. So I've heard. So is the coffee shop really so busy that it takes up all of your time? You'd be surprised. People must want their coffee when it's that cold. And then some. Will you be able to get any time off for the holidays? You promised you'd come home this year. I'm not sure yet. You are planning on coming down, aren't you? Of course I am. Make a plan soon, Kelly. You have to request the time off and get your plane ticket. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. Start figuring. When are you going to be able to fly out? After the semester's finished up? Yep. When's that going to be? Just a couple more weeks. That's sooner than I thought. Are you close? Are your classes going all right? Yeah, they're pretty well. How do I get on my bus? Can I get on the bus? That's great. I knew that getting a tutor would help. I should have gotten one sooner. Cut yourself a break, Kelly. You could be perfect. You can't be perfect. I know. Does that mean that you'll be able to graduate in the spring? That's the plan. Well, we'll have to start planning a trip up for your graduation. It might make some work on your dad to get him up and moving so he can be ready to travel. But your graduation should be good motivation for him. Okay, just stop. What? This is the conversation that you wish you could have had. But it isn't true? And? I don't know. I wish I could have told you then. Then tell me. I'm not doing well this semester, Mom. What? My grades are terrible. Is it everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It's just the classes I'm taking are difficult. Is everything okay? Oops, I did it twice. Thought you were looking forward to this semester, especially that photography class. You bought that expensive camera and everything. That was before I knew I was terrible at it. That can't be true. I've seen some of your pictures you've taken. They're good. They're boring. Oh, please. My teacher agrees. He said that to you? She did. Oh, she. Sorry, I assumed. Never mind. So what does she want you to do? She wants me to be more daring. I'm not sure what that means. Like, pushing the boundaries? Well, boundaries. The boundaries, you know. What boundaries? Oh, my bad. Push the button twice. Okay, sure. The boundaries. How are you going to go about pushing the boundaries? I have no idea. Couldn't you just fake it? I mean, explain why what they're doing pushes the boundaries without it being completely true. I could. You don't sound thrilled about the idea. I don't want to phone it in. That's admirable, I guess, but don't forget the priorities here. A grade is a grade. I'm working on it. Good. I hope you have a plan. I just have to do well on my final project. You will, I have a feeling. Here's hoping. What about the rest of your classes? Is there anything that you can do to help those grades out? What's with all the questions, Mom? I'm just trying to understand what's going on. I don't think I could save them. We can't go through this again, Kelly. You said that you would get your grades up so you could graduate. If something else going on? Are you going okay? Are you doing okay, I mean? I'm fine. Then what's the deal? The classes are just tough. No, they weren't. Yes, they were. Why are you still determined to maintain that version of the story? Because it's the truth. You know it's not. Besides, I thought you didn't want to pretend things were going better than they were. Why don't you tell me what you think the truth is? What good would that do to you? Look, my bus is here. That's not your bus. I'm getting on anyways. Fine. You do whatever it feels like you need to do, Kelly. Bye, Mom. Wait. What? You can call me anytime you need to. I'm always here for you, you know? Then, you know that, right? I know. I hope I'll talk to you soon. Me too. Goodbye for now. Hang up. So now we're getting on the bus, right? All right. So that was the whole story for the epilogue. Weird. I wonder how different it is, though. I think the endings are different, right? If you like say different stuff, like instead of saying, "Oh, I'm fine," if I would have told my mom, you know, something's going on and it sucks or something, probably would have had a different ending. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check it out. Play it again. We'll see. But if you watched this, thanks for watching. If you're still here at this point, I'm very grateful.